Night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums, T-U-M-S. Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion, presents A Date with Judy.
Hello.
Hello, Judy. Would you like a date with a tall, blonde, handsome, athletic type?
Oh, I certainly would.
Oh, I was afraid you would. I guess I'll have to ask some other girl.
Oh, jeepers.
That's Judy, folks. Judy Foster, the cutest date in town. Your date with her each Tuesday at this same time is arranged by the makers of Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion. Well, we find Judy having breakfast with her parents and her 12-year-old brother, Randolph. Mother speaks.
Randolph, you have the strangest look on your face. What are you thinking about?
He's thinking about his career.
His career, Judy?
Yes, he's a newspaper man.
Oh, that.
Excuse me, please.
Randolph, where are you going?
Upstairs to write an important and vital editorial. Then I'm going over to Curly Whiteman's. The Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune comes out this afternoon.
Are you still only the society editor, dear?
Oh, no, I've been promoted to the obituaries.
Well, that's quite an advancement.
Yeah, but it doesn't give me much to do. Nobody's died lately but one of Mrs. Schlutzhammer's goldfishes.
Randolph, aren't you ever going to be made editor-in-chief?
Well, frankly, I don't stand a chance as long as Curly Whiteman owns the mimeograph machine. Well, so long.
Hey, wait a minute, Randolph. I'll go with you. Excuse me, please. I have to go upstairs and get ready to go downtown.
Well, Melvin, what are you going to do today? Play golf?
Not me. I'm a busy man.
But it's Saturday, dear.
Well, I have a right to be busy on a Saturday, I guess. Dora, I haven't said anything about this, kind of keeping it to surprise you with, but, well, it looks pretty certain, and I might as well let you in on it.
What's that, dear?
Well, you are looking at a man who may be going to Washington in the very near future.
Washington? Whatever for?
Well, I just happen to be running for president of the Heave-Ho Businessman's Association.
Melvin, that's wonderful. I'm so proud of you.
No, well, it's one of those silly, tiresome things that everyone gets pushed into now and then. Yeah, the state chairman of Heave-Ho is backing my ticket, and if I'm elected, I'll have to go to Washington for the national convention. Very tiresome.
Why, Melvin, I think it's wonderful. It's a great honor.
Oh, nonsense. Just another one of those things that no one else wants.
You know very well Mr. Schlutzhammer and Mr. Benson would give their eye teeth to have it.
Maybe so. Yeah. And, of course, Tom Whiteman will pass out if he isn't reelected.
Oh, Melvin, I just hope you get it away from him. I never did like Mrs. Whiteman. Oh, Melvin, I just know you'll win.
Well, good possibility. After all, somebody has to be the GOAT.
My president of the Heave-Ho Businessmen's Association. Well, I certainly married a prominent man.
Not bad, not bad. Oh, say, you better not say anything about this to the children.
Why?
Well, they might mention it to Tom Whiteman's kids, and, well, there's no sense rousing the opposition.
I see.
It's pretty well set now, and I'd hate to get some strong competition. That is, well, if the other boys want me.
Oh, yes, it would be a shame to disappoint the boys.
Yeah, well, I feel pretty confident. I'll get it, Dora. Sit still. It's probably for Judy anyway. Hello? Speaking. Oh, hello, Leonard. Friday night? Oh, no, I'm afraid I can't make it. Well, I'll tell you, but keep this under your hat. You know, we've got an election coming up pretty soon.
Stop that singing, Judy. Your
Yeah.
father's on the phone.
Well, it seems like they've gotten together and decided that I should be president.
You mean Father is going to...
Yeah, well, it seems to be pretty well set. Of course, I'm sort of a dark horse, but the boys tell me I'm a cinch. Him? Oh, I think nearly everybody feels he's been in there just about long enough. Yes, indeed. So if I'm elected, it means I'll have to go to Washington. Yeah. Well, thanks, Leonard. Okay, be seeing you. Goodbye.
Why, Father, I think that's the most thrilling thing I ever heard.
Well, Judy, when did you come in the room?
In time to hear everything. Oh, Father, I think it's absolutely scintillating.
Judy, you shouldn't have been listening to your father's conversation.
Well, really, you'd certainly think that when a girl's father is doing something that important, she might be told something about it.
Now, Judy, this doesn't concern you in the slightest. For several reasons I don't want it talked about. So if you'll just forget whatever you heard, I'll appreciate it.
Well, I certainly don't want to intrude on anybody's private affairs. But isn't it romantic and everything?
This is just one of those things that has to be kept quiet until the proper time.
All right. Jeepers, think of you going to Washington.
Oh, very unique. Only about 12 million people a year do it.
All right. Be as mysterious as you like. But, oh, Father, you're so modest. I don't know how you do it.
That's just the way I am. I don't like to make a fuss about things.
Oh, if I were running for president, I'd just be out of my mind.
Well, you're not running for president, and don't you go around bragging about me either.
Oh, I won't, Father. I won't breathe a word of it. Randolph.
Go away, Judy. I'm editing my editorial.
Randolph. Randolph, do you know what protocol means?
No.
I do.
Good.
It means etiquette in diplomatic circles.
Fascinating.
It might pay you to take a little more interest in protocol. Why, if you should suddenly start circulating in diplomatic circles, you wouldn't know how to act.
Well, that isn't likely to worry me, unless certain drastic changes come over this family.
All right, Smarty. You'll be surprised when you find out the soul-stirring things that are ahead for this family.
The most soul-stirring prospect I can think of right now would be for you to let me finish my editorial. But, just out of curiosity, what is going on?
Oh, never mind. It happens to be a seething secret.
Okay, what is a seething secret?
No. Let's just forget it.
Okay, let's just forget it. I'll now finish my editorial.
Well, Randolph, it is a very secretive thing, but guess what?
I refuse to guess, talk, or walk.
Father's going to be president.
He's president now.
Oh, you mean president of his factory?
Yes, his factory. What did you mean, the United States?
That's exactly what I mean.
Well, there's an item for the paper. When last seen, Miss Judy Foster was going over the hills to the Mental Institute.
Randolph, it's true. I heard Father say so. But when I asked him about it, he got very serious and said for me not to mention it to a soul. But after all, you are in the family.
So I am.
Jeepers. You'll be living in the White House, too.
Who, me?
And I'll be dashing around with diplomats and foreign attaches and all.
Whatever became of Oogie Pringle?
Oh, him. Why, he'd look perfectly silly calling for me at the White House.
Even with that new zoot suit he's got?
It is not a zoot suit. It's merely a beautiful tweed with a double-breasted jacket.
On Oogie, it looks triple-breasted.
Randolph, you are deliberately changing the subject. If you don't want to believe it about Father, it's all right with me. Time will prove all.
Judy, until Father tells me personally himself we are moving to Washington, I have no intention of believing it. No, sir, I wait till I get things right from the horse's mouth.
Well, the horse, Father, just left for the factory.
Well, then I won't pack my clothes till he gets home tonight.
We'll find out in a moment if Randolph has to begin packing. Before we do, I have some advice for you. Don't let acid indigestion spoil another hour's comfort for you during the day or another hour's sleep for you at night. The moment you feel any sting of heartburn or other signs of acid indigestion, just slip 1 or 2 Tums in your mouth. Many people find it wise to take 1 or 2 Tums after each meal. Many also make it a point to take Tums before retiring at night. A sweet stomach is usually a happy stomach. So say millions who, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. Ask and be sure you get Tums for the tummy. T-U-M-S. There are many imitations of Tums, but no substitute for them. 10 cents a roll at all drugstores. And now back to A Date with Judy. Well, Judy heard part of a phone conversation. She believes Father is going to run for President of the United States, but what Father is really running for is President of the Heave-Ho Businessmen's Association. And just now, we pick up Randolph at Curly Whiteman's house, where the 2 boys are working on today's edition of their little mimeograph newspaper.
You know, Randolph, the trouble with the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune is it has more name and less news than any paper I ever saw.
Well, you just haven't got enough imagination, Curly. Now, if I were editor, I'd dig up news.
Yeah?
Wait until I own a mimeograph machine.
The trouble is, nobody in this town ever does anything.
You ought to talk to Judy. She always thinks everybody is doing everything. Today, for instance, she says my father's going to run for President of the United States.
Run for president of the United States. Gosh, is he?
Oh, Curly, not you, too.
Well, gee, maybe Judy knows something. Lots of times girls do.
Well, that I can't dispute. But the things they know.
Hey, maybe she's right about your father. He's got what it takes to be a candidate. Why, he's honest, and he has a lot of hair, and comes from a small town.
Yeah, but nobody knows my father.
So what?
Well, what's his campaign slogan going to be? Vote for the masked marvel and see what you get after election?
No, I don't guess so. But, Randolph, I was just thinking, if he was running, it'd sure be great for the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune. We'd get all the inside dope through you. And maybe we could even scoop up the Daily Bugle.
Dream on.
And if he really was president, the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune would have a Washington correspondent. That's big-time stuff.
Mighty big.
A Washington correspondent living right in the White House. Why, every paper in the state would just sit around waiting for our paper to hit the streets.
Yeah, I can see him sitting there.
And drooling.
This imaginary hot news is giving you a temperature. Come on, let's get to work rewriting yesterday's weather report.
Okay. But it sure seems dull after this other thing. Randolph, is there anything wrong with me asking your father if he's running for president?
No, you can ask him. He likes answering questions. Hey, where you going, Curly? I mean, where did you go?
Yes?
Mr. Foster, there's a young man out here to see you. He says his name is Curly Whiteman.
Curly Whiteman? Oh. Well, send Curly in. Come in.
Hello, Mr. Foster.
Well, hello, Curly. I'm glad to see you. What brings you out here to my factory?
Well, sir, I'm here on business.
That's so. Oh, you want a job for the summer? Well, I'd be glad to give you one, but you're pretty young.
I don't want a job, sir. The Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune keeps me pretty busy. As a matter of fact, I came here to interview you.
What, interview me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very flattering. Pull up a chair, son.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you want a little vignette on one of the town's prominent businessmen, perhaps, huh?
In a way.
Uh-huh.
Well, the truth is, I heard in a kind of a roundabout way that you were thinking of running for a pretty important office.
Oh, now, how in the world did you hear that? Oh, for the love of heaven, how things get around.
Then it's true?
Well, yes, it's true.
Wow!
Yeah, but remember, I'm not trying to push myself, Curly. Wasn't my idea. It was just that the boys thought I could handle it better than anybody else. Say, where'd you hear it?
Mr. Foster, as a newspaperman, I gotta protect my sources of information.
I see. Well, the news had to get out sooner or later, so I don't suppose it matters. What would you like to know?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Well, aren't you excited?
Oh, not particularly. I take these things in my stride.
You do?
Yes, I just regard it as another little chore that has to be done.
Jeepers. I bet not many men would regard it like that.
Well, Curly, you'll find that a lot of us are inclined to make a thing look big just because they're doing it.
Gosh, this is wonderful stuff. It's really going to make the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune.
Think so? Well, I'd have let you know about it sooner, but it just came up a few days ago.
Is that so?
Yeah, they kind of ganged up on me and decided it'd be a good idea for me to go to Washington and show them how to run things.
Well, for goodness sake.
Of course, it's a nuisance in a way, but I'm glad to do it if I can make everything work better.
Oh, yes, sir. Gee, you sure are calm about it, Mr. Foster.
Well, why not?
I don't know. Gosh, it's mighty exciting to me, giving up your factory here and all.
Oh, giving up my factory? Now, take it easy, Curly. I'm not going to give up my factory.
You're not?
Well, certainly not. You see, I can handle the presidency in, 2 or 3 hours a week.
In 2 or 3 hours a week? No kidding?
Well, if I can't, I'm not as smart as I think I am.
Boy, you must be awful smart, Mr. Foster. Could I quote you on that?
Of course. However, remember, I'm not in office yet. But you can say that if I am elected, I can certainly do the job capably in my spare time.
Wow. Gee, thanks ever so much, Mr. Foster.
You're very welcome.
Just 1 minute, please.
Huh?
You did say you could handle the presidency in 2 or 3 hours a week.
That's right, sir.
Gee whiz. Gee whiz.
Yes?
Mr. Foster, the editor of the Daily Bugle is on the phone.
Oh, put him on.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, Foster.
Hello, Jackson.
Foster, you've got a big nerve. I thought I was a friend of yours.
Oh, what's wrong, Jackson?
What's wrong? Since when do you go giving the most important news that ever hit this town to a little mimeograph sheet called the Try Boy, Try Something or Other?
Most important news to hit this town? You think so?
Do I think so? There hasn't been a story like this since McKinley was shot, and you don't even tell me about it.
Well, I didn't think you'd be interested.
Interested? Ye gods, Foster, I haven't got time to quibble. My paper's supposed to hit the streets in 5 minutes. Just tell me this interview you gave these kids, is it all true? You are running for president?
Yeah.
And you did say this stuff about handling the job in your spare time?
Well, yes.
Well, that's all I want to know. I'll just copy what it says here.
Yeah, but Jackson,
Now, of course, you don't stand a chance of making it, but just the fact that you're running is...
What do you mean? Why, I stand a good chance of making it.
Foster, you don't really believe that, do you? No, don't answer. I haven't got time for any more now. As it is now, I'm holding up the presses for this.
You are? Well, I had no idea that you'd
So long, Foster. I've got to get this out on the AP.
Well, imagine that. AP, huh? Associated Press. Imagine me being that important.
And what's going to happen when Father finds out just why he's so important? But before he does, I want to find out something about you. Do you sometimes eat hurriedly or too much? Are you a heavy smoker? Then acid stomach is probably often your lot. What you want to do is check excess acidity and keep your stomach sweet. A good rule for you to follow is night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. 1 or 2 Tums at any sign of acid indigestion will quickly neutralize the excess acid and sweeten your stomach. Smokers especially will find Tums useful, for Tums are different from most other antacids. They contain absolutely no soda or other water-soluble alkalis. Therefore, Tums never over-alkalize your stomach or cause an acid rebound or relapse. Any doctor will tell you that's an important difference. Get Tums this very night and see how many ways they come in handy. 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package for $1 at all drugstores. Ask for Tums for the tummy. T-U-M-S. And now back to A Date with Judy. Well, Father is running for president of the Heave-Ho Businessmen's Association. But the people who've been interviewing him are under the impression that he's running for president of the United States. Now we pick up Judy in the Foster living room. Everyone else is out. The phone rings.
Hello?
Is this the residence of Mr. Melvin Foster?
Yes, it is.
Universal Press Service is calling Mr. Foster from New York.
Oh, well, he isn't home yet. He'll be here a little after 6.
Thank you. I will give the message to my party.
Well, what do you know? Universal Press. Hello?
This is Worldwide News calling Mr. Foster from Chicago.
For heaven's sakes.
Congressman Gluten calling from Washington.
My goodness.
Washington correspondent for the International News Service calling.
Japers, crapers.
NEA Syndicate New York News calling.
Oh, butterflies. Mother, where have you been all afternoon?
At the hairdresser's. Why?
Well, the phone's been ringing like mad for the last hour. Everybody in the world has been calling Father.
Well, I wonder why.
New York and Chicago and Washington.
Long distance?
Yes, and people from here. Mr. Whiteman and Mr. Vance and the mayor.
The mayor? Oh, for heaven's sake, I wonder what your father's done now.
Really, Mother? You don't need to put on an act with me. I know I'm not supposed to know, but everybody else knows.
Knows what?
About Father running for president.
Do you mean to say all those calls have been about that?
Well, of course.
But long distance.
Isn't it thrilling, Mother?
Yes, I guess so.
How can you be so calm when you're practically the First Lady?
First Lady. Oh, my goodness, Mr. Whiteman's going to be awfully upset.
Jealous, huh?
Yes. Well, you can't blame him. After all, he's been president for so long.
Mr. Whiteman, Mother, what are you talking about? Mr. Roosevelt has been president.
I know, dear, of the United States, but your father...
Well, hello, everybody.
Father, the phone.
Hello, dear.
Got a kiss for the Lord and Master?
Of course.
Father, there have been all kind of phone calls for you.
Well, I guess I'm causing kind of a furor around.
Oh, you sure are, Father.
I guess your father's become a pretty important man, Judy.
Oh, it's simply scintillating.
Dora, do you know that the editor of the Daily Bugle was simply furious because I let the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune beat him on the story?
Really, dear?
Father, you take it. I know it's for you.
Well, things certainly have changed around here, haven't they? Hello? Yes, Foster speaking. Well, that's quite an honor. Well, thank you very much. Oh, yes, I'll be there. Thanks again. Well, goodbye. Say, that was the mayor. Wants me to make a speech tomorrow. Well, what do you know about that?
I'll get it, Father.
Yeah, thank you, Judy. Well, I had no idea just being a candidate was going to cause all this commotion. What is it, Judy?
It's a telegram for you.
Well, thanks.
Oh, what is it, dear?
Let's see. It says, heartiest congratulations on your magnificent courage. We are behind you to a man. Signed, the Anti-Vivisectionist Luncheon Club.
Oh.
Well, now imagine that. You know, some of those fellows aren't even members of the Heave-Ho Businessmen's Association.
Well, what difference does it make about that? The important thing is they're behind you.
Well, it's darn nice of them.
Oh, you're going to make it awfully tough for Mr. Dewey.
Mr. Dewey? Who's that?
He's a candidate, too.
He is. I don't even know him.
You don't know Tom Dewey? Father, I should think you'd take a little interest in your opposition.
Tom Dewey? Judy, what are you... Hello, Randolph. Judy, what the dickens are you...
Father, is there any truth in this thing I read in my own paper?
Now, Randolph... Wait a minute. What is in your paper?
An exclusive story you gave to Curly, and I don't believe it for a minute. But if it is true, I've been stabbed in the back by my own parent.
Give me that paper. Oh, for the love of heaven.
Why, Melvin, what is it?
Randolph, how did this thing get printed?
Oh, it didn't get printed, Father. It was mimeographed.
I don't care if it was carved on the head of a pin. How did it get in here?
Well, Curly said he was quoting you verbatim.
Oh, what does it say, Melvin?
How could... Listen, it says, local manufacturer candidate for presidency of the United States.
What?
Wait a minute, you haven't heard anything yet. Melvin Foster says he will run the country in his spare time. Oh. And that's only the headline.
Isn't it thrilling?
Oh.
Melvin, oh.
Does it say anything about me?
Listen, in an exclusive interview with the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune this afternoon, Mr. Melvin Foster, father of Randolph Foster and president of the Foster Canning Company, said he was running for president of the United States in the coming elections. Mr. Foster added that he was smart enough to do the work of the chief executive in 2 or 3 hours a week.
Oh, Melvin.
Jeepers, Father. I think you ought to give it more time than that.
I'll sue this dirty sheet for every yellow penny it's got.
Well, you'd be suing me, Father.
Never mind, I'll sue anybody.
Oh, this is very embarrassing, dear.
Embarrassing? We'll have to change our name. That's what we'll have to do. We'll have to leave town.
Well, of course, to go to Washington. But why do we have to change our name?
Dora, send your daughter out of the room, will you please?
But, Father, why?
Anyhow, Melvin, there's nothing to get so excited about. Hardly anybody reads the Tri-Boy Tribune.
Is that so? It has a circulation of 59.
Dora, do you realize that the Daily Bugle is carrying this same story tonight?
It is.
I just remembered. I told Bill Jackson he could copy every word of it. Oh, Dora, I'm a dead duck.
But jeepers, Mother. How was I to know Father was running for president of some old businessmen's organization?
Judy, let's not discuss this anymore. I'd be ashamed if I were you, getting your father into a mess like this.
But anybody would think it was for President of the United States.
Anybody. Nobody but you would assume such a thing. Oh, your poor father.
I'm terribly sorry, Mother. But you've got to admit Father would make a wonderful presidential timber.
He has wonderful executive ability, that's true. Oh, Judy, the whole thing's ridiculous.
Yes, I suppose so.
Incidentally, where did Randolph go?
Over to Curly's house. They're going to print a retraction.
Oh, your poor father.
Oh, my poor head.
Oh, you look awful, Melvin. Try and forget it, dear.
Forget it? After what's happened to me? Do you realize that I now have the honor of being the biggest darn fool in this whole darn town?
Well, you probably won't ever be president of the United States, but you still have a chance to be president of Heave Ho.
Fine chance. I'll bet everybody in the club is laughing himself sick at me right now.
Now, Melvin, just because there's been a slight misunderstanding.
Oh, very slight.
Oh, I'll get it.
Wonder if the Foreign Legion would have me.
Hello?
Hey, is Melvin Foster there?
Oh, who's calling, please?
Oh, this is Mr. Whiteman.
Just a minute. Father, it's the president of Heave Ho.
Oh, for the love of heaven, that's all I need.
Here, Father.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, Melvin. I'm sitting over here at the club with some of the boys.
Well, you can stop laughing.
I can't. It's so funny.
What do you mean, Whiteman?
Oh, Mel, we were just saying a man of your importance shouldn't be overlooked by heave-ho.
Will you stop laughing?
I can't, Mel. I'm getting tired of being president, and since I'm resigning anyhow...
Stop laughing!
Well, I'll try. Well, the boys want me to tell you you've just been appointed president of Heave Ho by popular acclamation.
I don't care. Done what?
Well, they all say you deserve it. You've given us the best laugh of the year, and if you can keep us laughing like this, you'll be reelected time and time again.
Well, what do you know?
You can regard it as kind of a consolation prize for not getting into the White House.
Okay, I accept. And now will you please stop laughing?
Before we return for a moment to the Fosters, I have some questions to ask. How will you sleep tonight? Restfully? Peacefully? Or will you toss and turn in miserable discomfort? Well, one of the most common causes of sleepless nights is a touch of acid indigestion, whether it's caused by eating too fast, overeating, oversmoking, or worry. Simply do this at the first sign of distress. Slip 1 or 2 Tums in your mouth as you would candy mints. You'll probably be astonished at how much better you sleep, how refreshed you are in the morning. It's simply amazing how fast Tums bring relief to an upset acid stomach. Guaranteed to contain no soda, Tums are convenient and pleasant to take. Nothing to mix or stir. You don't even need water. Do as millions do, night and day, at home or away. Always keep Tums handy. Only 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package for $1 at all drugstores. Ask for Tums for the Tummy. T-U-M-S. And now let's return to the Fosters for a moment.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, Randolph.
Well, Curly and I just got an extra out.
You did?
Yep. That's the 4th time the Tri-Boy Tri-Monthly Tribune has come out this month.
Well, I hope Curly printed a firm retraction.
He did.
Oh, I'll take it. Hello? Yes, this is Foster. Well, I can't help it. Goodbye.
Oh, what on earth was that, Melvin?
That was the editor of the Daily Bugle. He just read the retraction in the Tribune, and he was furious because Curly scooped him again.
A Date with Judy is written by Aline Leslie and stars Louise Erickson and Dix Davis. Original music was composed and played by Charles Cornell. The program was produced and directed by Helen Mack. This is Doug Gorley inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday at the same time to keep your Date with Judy. And remember, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums, T-U-M-S.
This is the National Broadcasting Company. KFI, Los Angeles.
All right, that concludes the first episode of the night. I hope you all liked it, and take your 5-minute break, and we'll be back then. Yeah. And that concludes our 5-minute break. I hope you liked the music, and let's get to episode 2 of the night. Yay, woo.
Night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums, T-U-M-S. Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion, presents A Date with Judy.
Hello?
Hello, Judy. This is Harold. I just called to tell you that you were the prettiest girl at the party last night.
Why, Harold.
And that white sweater you wore is the prettiest one I've ever seen.
Oh, Harold, aren't you sweet? I got it at the Emporium.
Judy, are you doing anything tonight?
Why, not a thing.
Oh, swell. As long as you're free, would you go down to the Emporium and get another sweater, only in pink?
Oh, Harold, how darling of you.
Be sure and get size 44. It's for my mother's birthday.
Well, that's Judy, folks. Judy Foster, the cutest date in town. Your date with her each Tuesday at this same time is arranged by the makers of Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion. Well, let's see. Tomorrow is Father Foster's birthday. And that's why we find Judy and her 12-year-old brother Randolph at a downtown department store shopping for a perfect gift.
Judy, you don't think Father would like a baseball bat, do you?
Certainly not. Let's stop fooling Randolph and get Father something he needs.
Well, here's a baseball glove. Don't you think Father would go for that?
Randolph, we only have $2, and we're going to use it to buy Father something he wants.
Well, do you think he'd like a canoe?
Father wouldn't know what to do with a canoe.
I don't know. He does all right with a paddle.
Well, let's get out of this sports department and try to remember Father is not a sport.
They got chemistry sets for $2 in the toy department.
What do you want Father to do, blow himself up?
Hey, where are you going now?
Oh, there's just something over here I want to look at.
Judy, we haven't got much time.
Oh, Randolph, isn't this gorgeous?
I don't think Father would look well in a necklace.
Oh, Randolph, these earrings are divine.
You think Father really needs earrings?
No, but I wish he did.
Well, I'm sure he'd get a lot more wear out of this diamond tiara.
Look, my birthday isn't so far off, so if we bought Father a present for me, then he'd have it to give to me.
Well, in that case, let's get him a chemistry set, a baseball glove, a bicycle, and a Boy Scout knife. It'll relieve Father of birthday worries, as far as I'm concerned, for 5 years.
Oh, be quiet, Randolph. Come on, let's shop further.
Okie dokie. Hey, Judy, what are you going over to that counter for? Father doesn't wear black nightgowns.
Well, hello, children.
Hi, Mother.
Certainly took long enough on your shopping trip. Did you get your father a birthday present?
Yes, Mother, we did.
We almost got lost in the wilds of the lingerie department, but we managed to hack our way out.
Why, Randolph, how can you say that? We just took sort of a quick swing through that department.
What'd you get, Father? Something useful, I hope.
Oh, yes, Mother, something very useful.
What, Judy?
I don't think we ought to tell you, because we want it to be a surprise for Father.
Oh, I won't tell.
We got him a smoking jacket.
Oh, Randolph, what did you tell for? You know how friendly Mother is with Father.
A smoking jacket? But your father doesn't smoke.
When he has this jacket, he will.
You mean you got a smoking jacket for $2?
Oh, no, Mother. We couldn't get Father anything cheap. This was $18.
$18? Well, where did you get $18?
Oh, we charged it.
You charged it? You bought a present for your father, and you're making him pay for it?
Shouldn't we have done it? Father pays for everything else. He's always...
Well, that's just it. He pays for everything all year round. For me, for you, and for Randolph. And on his birthday, he has to pay for his own birthday present. Well, I think it's a shame.
I guess we shouldn't have charged it.
Well, you certainly shouldn't have. Why, I was so proud of you having saved up $2 to spend on Father. And now, incidentally, what happened to the $2?
Oh, the $2. Well, Randolph bought himself a baseball glove for 79 cents.
Well, Judy bought herself a snood.
Well, it was just the color of my chartreuse dress. I might never have found as perfect a match again, Mother. I might have looked 1,000 years and not have found another like it. It was an absolute necessity, and it was only 85 cents.
Well, that still doesn't count up to $2.
Oh. Well, when we finished, we were so exhausted from shopping that we had to buy chocolate sundaes.
Another necessity, Mother.
Yes, I see. Well, Father is not going to pay for his own birthday present.
He isn't?
No, Judy, he isn't. I'm going to call up the department store and cancel that smoking jacket right now.
The baseball glove can't be canceled. We bought it outright.
Now listen to me, children. Your father works hard, and then he has a birthday. And what do his children do? They buy themselves chartreuse snoods and baseball gloves.
Only one baseball glove, Mother.
Oh, poor father. No one ever thinks of him. All he ever thinks of is us, but we just neglect him.
He is neglected, isn't he?
He certainly is, Judy.
Oh, Mother, I'm terribly sorry. I feel awful. Poor father. We hardly pay any attention to him.
Well,
I could take the baseball glove back.
I know what would be nicer than anything.
What?
If we spend the entire day with Father on his birthday.
Well,
oh, Mother,
Judy.
it's a perfectly lovely idea.
Judy,
Why, of course, that's what we'll do, Randolph. For at least one day in his life, poor Father will know he's loved and appreciated.
Sounds mighty ghoulish to me.
It's perfectly beautiful. Father will have one perfect day. We'll go down to his office and surprise him early in the morning and just make Father happy all day long.
In just a minute, we'll hear what happens to poor Father. In the meantime, are you one of those eat it and beat it persons? You are? Then you've learned that fast eating and acid indigestion often go together. Now, why not learn how quickly Tums bring relief from upset acid stomach? Yes, Tums soothe acid indigestion in record time. Heartburn and that oppressive full feeling quickly vanish. Join the thousands of other Americans who, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. Only 10 cents a roll, all drugstores. 3-roll package for $0.25. But be sure you get Tums for the tummy. There are many imitations of Tums, but no substitute for them. And now, back to A Date with Judy. Well, Judy and Randolph have decided to give Father a big break on his birthday. They're going to devote the whole day to him, doing nothing but just making him happy. And now we pick up the kids as they enter his office. Poor Father.
Happy birthday, Father.
Huh?
Happy birthday, Father.
Oh? Oh, thanks. Now, would you mind scrambling, please?
Father, Randolph and I are going to devote the whole day to you. You'll have to leave the office right now and come with us.
I'm sure that would be very pleasant here, but I have an 11 o'clock appointment.
But, Father, all the arrangements are made. You simply got to
Look,
leave.
Judy, a man has come to town. A very important man from whom I expect to get a very big favor. See, I've been using a patent for years, and now he says he has a claim. If he slaps an injunction on me...
But, Father, we're going to spend the whole day making you happy.
I don't want to be happy. I just want my rights to this patent. This is the most important piece of business I ever had.
This man is going to be here at 11 o'clock.
Mr. Quigley, A.Q. Quigley. Stopping at the Carter Hotel just across the street, and he'll be here in a minute. So would you mind getting out of here and leaving me
I don't know how you can think of business on your birthday.
Judy, when you get to my age, you'll think of business on your birthday. Now, look, you two, run along, will you? If you really want to help me out, beat it.
Oh, Father.
This is what's called a paternal brush-off. Goodbye, Father.
Oh, Randolph, what are we going to do? And after all the wonderful plans we've made.
Well, I guess Father's been neglected so long he likes it.
Randolph, we simply must rescue Father from himself. Come on.
Where are you going now?
To the Carter Hotel. We'll see Mr. Quigley and explain the whole situation. After all, it is Father's birthday, and we must do everything to make him happy.
Yeah, even if it kills him.
It's very important, Mr. Quigley, very. The situation is that it's Father's birthday, and we planned this perfect day of happiness for him.
I see.
We know business is your primary interest and all that, but you wouldn't want to interfere with filial affection, would you?
Decidedly not. Personally, I know nothing of filial affection, but I decidedly wouldn't interfere with it.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Quigley. I think you're wonderful.
Not at all. I'll call your father now and cancel our appointment.
You will? Oh, that's wonderful, Mr. Quigley. You don't know what this day of happiness is going to mean to Father.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Quigley. Well, Mr. Quigley, I see, Mr. Quigley, but couldn't you... Well, when could you... I see, Mr. Quigley. Goodbye, Mr. Quigley. Oh, I'm sick. Come in.
Hello, Father.
Hello, Father.
Oh, you two again. What do you want now?
We thought we'd try once again to give you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. This is the most horrible day of my life. Mr. Quigley just phoned me he isn't keeping his appointment, and he doesn't know when he'll give me another.
Is that so, Father?
Yes, that's so. It might be months or years before I have another chance like this. And by that time, I'll be bankrupt.
Father, we planned a whole day of positive happiness for you. So all you have to do is come with us, and you will, won't you?
Look, Judy, Oh, well, why not? What have I got to lose? Lead on.
Oh, Father, I think that's just scrumptious. Now, remember, Father, this is absolutely your day. So we want you to do everything you most like to do. What would you like to do most?
Spend the day quietly under a nice shady tree. And so here we are at a nice, quiet amusement park.
Oh, but Father, this was all prearranged. After we're through here, we can do something you'd like to do. But you see, Father, this has been planned beforehand. I wonder where the gang is.
The gang?
Yes, Father.
Your gang?
Yes, Father. Oh, there they are in front of the funhouse. Come on.
Just what I love most, your gang. I don't get enough of it at home every night. I have to have it on my birthday, too.
I see everybody else, but I don't see Mr. Quigley.
Quigley? What's Quigley got to do with it?
Oh, we invited him to come along.
You what?
Why, yes, Father. We thought it'd be nice if you had a pal about your own age.
A pal? That tight-faced conservative old... You'll scare the tar out of him.
We just did it for you to make you happy.
Happy? I was never lower in my whole life. I can't believe it. You asked Quigley to come to this den of horrors?
Oh, Father, he'll enjoy it as much as you will.
That's what I'm afraid of. A.Q. Quigley, good Lord, a staid, blue-nosed old bachelor. Your crowd will kill him.
Oh, is he a bachelor?
Yes, he is. Oh, Judy, why do you do things like this to me?
Oh, well, if he's a bachelor, I'll have to fix him up with a girl.
Huh?
I wonder if Mitzi's his type.
Fix Quigley up with a... Oh, no. No, not that.
Well, you want him to have fun, don't you? Oh, hi, gang. Hi, everybody.
Happy birthday for your father, Judy.
Thank you, Mitzi. Excuse me a minute. Come here, Jojo.
What do you want, Judy?
Well, something's happened that calls for a tremendous sacrifice on your part. Would you mind giving up Mitzi?
Giving up Mitzi?
Uh-huh. Only temporarily. My father's pal is meeting us here as a bachelor, and, since it's Father's birthday, well, you wouldn't want my father's pal not to have a date today, would you?
Well, no, but...
Well, I thought Mitzi would be a good type for Mr. Quigley, So, would you mind terribly if you went staying?
Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe Mitzi isn't willing to sacrifice me.
Mitzi, come on over here a second.
Yeah, Judy?
Mitzi, Jojo's willing to release you for the day because I have another date for you.
You have?
Mm-hmm. He's an older man.
An older man? Oh, how marvelous. I adore men in their 20s.
Well, he's not exactly in his 20s.
Oh, well, suppose he's 19. Even that's okay.
Well, he's not exactly 19 either.
Oh, gosh, that's getting right back to Jojo.
Oh, he's older than Jojo, and he's very rich. A millionaire.
Oh, boy.
Maybe even a multimillionaire. And I give you my word of honor, he's an older man. Much older.
It's a deal, Judy.
Swell.
Hey, Judy, come on out of your huddle. Mr. Quigley's here.
Mr. Quigley, let me explain. This is all
It's all fixed, Father. I mean about Mr. Quigley's date.
Oh, Judy, for the love of heaven. How are you, Miss Foster?
I'm fine. Oh, Mr. Quigley, here's your date. Mr. Quigley, Miss Mitzi Hoffman.
How do you do?
Is this Mr. Quigley?
Why, yes, Mitzi.
I think I'll go back to Jojo.
Mr. Quigley, really, I didn't know this was going to happen.
I like older men, Judy, but, gee, not that old.
Oh, how can you say that? How old are you, Mr. Quigley?
Why, I'm 45.
You see? That's not so old. He's got most of his hair. Turn around, Mr. Quigley.
Judy!
See, in the back it's pretty well covered.
Yeah? That's what I'd call a fringe.
Don't be silly, Mitzi. Why, I bet if Mr. Quigley had on a toupee, he'd be almost stunning.
Can I get you something, A.Q.? I'm dreadfully sorry. No, nothing at all.
Can I get you something, Father? You look like you need it.
No, Randolph, they wouldn't sell it to you.
Well, okay, Judy, okay, I'll do it for you. I'll be his girlfriend. But just for today, on account it's your father's birthday.
Don't do me any favors.
Oh, gee, thank you, Mitzi.
Come on, Quiggly Wiggly. Now, let's see, what would you rather do first? Go into the fun house or into the tunnel of love?
Oh, this is horrible.
Come on, everybody, let's go to the fun house.
Wait a minute, gang. Let him have it.
Nice and loud now, all together.
Happy birthday to you.
Elaine, this is all a mistake.
Oh, Father, I'm so glad you're enjoying your birthday so much.
I'm enjoying a merry chase, that's what. Oh! Every time I open my mouth to talk to Quigley, a rolling barrel upsets him. Or he shoots down a slide. Oh.
But it's fun, isn't it, Father?
Yes, Judy, it's fun. The kind they have in insane asylums.
Oh, Father, watch out. Isn't that a trap door in front of you?
Trap doors? Nothing of the kind. I know a trap door when I see one.
Wrong again.
Judy, what is this hole in the wall called?
Father, how unromantic of you. This is the tunnel of love.
I can hardly see. I wonder where Quigley and that magpie are. I don't know how Quigley's going to hold up under this. Normally, he looks like he was ready to cave in.
Father,
If he's 45, I'm 16.
Father, he and Mitzi are sitting in the seat in front of us.
Quigley, is that you?
Yes, it is I.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, well, I was just thinking how nice it is, you being near me, where I can get a chance to talk to you, explain this mess.
Can I tell you something, Mr. Quigley?
You may tell me something, Miss Mitzi.
Well, usually when we get into the tunnel of love, we pitch woo.
Pitch woo?
Yeah, you know, hold hands.
In your day, Mr. Quigley, it was probably called bundling.
That was a little before my day.
You see, Mitzi, he's not so old.
Miss Mitzi, shall I be required to pitch woo?
Well, of course, that's entirely up to you, Mr. Quigley, but you just do what you like.
Father and I won't watch if you don't want us to, will we, Father?
No, not if they don't want us to.
Oh, it's so wonderful to celebrate your birthday with you, Father. I never knew how much fun it was to just give of yourself for somebody else's happiness. I love it. Just giving and giving.
If you really want to give, for the love of heaven, give me a chance to talk to Quigley alone. Mitzi, would you mind changing seats with me? I want to discuss a new type of canning process with Mr. Quigley.
Change seats? Why, that'd be terrible.
It would?
Why, of course. For gosh sakes, what would everybody think if they saw us coming out of the tunnel of love, me sitting with Judy, and Mr. Foster holding hands with Mr. Quigley?
We'll return to Judy in just a moment. In the meantime, I have an important announcement from Tums. Friends, you don't have to put up with upset stomach caused by acid indigestion anymore. Sure, certain foods, especially if you eat too much, may upset you. But Tums, spelled T-U-M-S, is the answer to that. At the first heartburn warning of acid indigestion, slip 1 or 2 Tums on your tongue, same as you would candy mints, and forget the whole thing. Your stomach and your world are both sweet again. Best of all, you can trust Tums never to over-alkalize your stomach, because Tums are different. Tums contain no soda or other water-soluble alkalis. Therefore, Tums never let you in for an acid rebound. So be wise. Night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package for $0.25. Tums for the tummy. T-U-M-S. And now, back to A Date with Judy. Well, Judy's gang is celebrating Father's birthday. They have Father and an important business associate, Mr. Quigley, out at the amusement park. And are those gentlemen getting the works? Listen.
Judy, what are we going to do now?
Eat our picnic lunch, of course, Father, and then we're going swimming. Oh, isn't it lovely? And to think it's all for your birthday, Father.
All I can say is I wish I was never born.
Now, Father, you know you're having a wonderful time, so laugh.
Now, when I'll have all the rest of my life to laugh, in a maniacal sort of way in a padded cell.
Hey, come and look at Mr. Quigley.
What's wrong with Mr. Quigley?
Well, nothing's wrong with him. He fell off the pier into the water.
Oh, good heavens.
Oh, he's all right now. They pulled him out. Of course, he's kind of puffing like an old dinosaur, but
For 20 years, I've been trying to build up a good, respectable business, and in one fell swoop, I'm ruined.
Oh, don't worry, Father. If necessary, I can become a professional baseball player and support the family. I got a glove now.
When we get home tonight, you better plan on wearing it someplace else besides your hand.
Here we are, everybody. Help yourself to lunch from the back.
Oh, Mr. Quigley. Say, Mr. Quigley, are you all right?
Mr. Foster, please don't disturb us. We're having lunchy-wunchy.
Aren't we, Quiggly Wiggly?
You're quite so. You're quite so.
Yeah, but after Mr. Quigley's fall from the pier...
Perfectly all right. He's a little wet, but after he eats his lunch, he's going to get in a bathing suit anyway, so what's the diff?
He might catch cold.
Oh, that's silly. Come on now, Quiggly Wiggly, open your mouth. That's it. Now I'll just poke in a spoon of ice cream. There we are. How about a pickle?
Oh, for the love of heaven.
I'm all right, Foster, but I mean to say a pickle.
Please, Mr. Foster, Quig is my date. Now open wide.
Okay, everybody, get into your suits. We're going swimming.
Swimming? Right after lunch? Are you crazy, Judy?
Oh, Father, we're right here on the lake. We might as well use it. Here's a suit for you, Father. Go in the bathhouse and put it on.
I refuse to go swimming.
But, Father, you can't refuse. Not after all the trouble Jojo went to get a suit for you. He had to borrow one from his little brother.
From his little brother?
Mm-hmm. It might be tight on account of Jojo's little brother only being 10 years old, but he's big for his age.
Oh.
Come on, Father. Nearly everyone's ready to go in. There goes Mr. Quigley.
Mr. Quigley? Well, he's got his clothes on.
Well, he isn't going to bother changing. He's all wet anyhow.
Oh. I'll never get that patent. I might as well close up my factory and go to the poorhouse right now.
Last one in's a stinker. Yes, sir. Father's having a perfect day.
Oh, do I have a stomachache?
Come on, Father. We're going to the dance pavilion.
Dance? But you mean to dance?
Oh, you won't have to jitterbug. I'll dance with you any way you want to.
I don't want to do it anyway. I just want to stay here and hold my poor, unhappy stomach.
Oh, everybody's dancing. Just do it the way you used to in the gay 90s, Father.
You might even try trotting out a minuet.
They call that music? Mr. Quigley, AQ.
Are you referring to me, Foster?
Oh, look, AQ, when they're not looking, we can sneak out the side door.
Hey, come on, Quiggly Wiggly, let's dance.
I shall try to oblige you, Miss Mitzi.
Can you jitterbug?
Jitterbug? Oh, now, Mitzi, please don't do that to him.
Mr. Foster, I took him on for today, and I'm going to do my duty. I'm going to see that he has a good time. Come on, Quig. Hey, that's it, Quig. That's good.
Am I manipulating properly, Miss Mitzi?
Not bad, Quig. Only don't pump my arm. Just jerk it.
Oh, like this?
Hey, now you're getting in the groove. Come on. A worm, a squirm, a rocky tuck.
Here, Melvin, put this hot water bottle on your tummy.
Oh.
Would you like the ice bag on your head?
Everything hurts.
Oh.
My legs from walking around. My head spinning in a million different directions. I've never had such an awful day in my life.
We were only trying to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, you celebrated it all right. Another hour of that and it would have been my last birthday ever.
Oh, Melvin.
Now listen to me, all of you. This is my last wish. My birthday is hereafter struck out of the calendar completely.
Oh, Father.
Quigley will fight me tooth and nail on that patent after this.
But, Father, all we did was for you.
Oh, don't think I don't appreciate it. You devoted a whole day to me, giving up your time, not doing the things you usually do, spending all that money. Incidentally, who footed the bill?
Mr. Quigley.
What?
He insisted.
Oh, if I ever get up from this deathbed, I'll... Oh, my stomach. Oh, poor Quigley. Who's taking care of him? Who's putting hot water bottles on his stomach? No!
That wasn't your stomach, Father. That was the telephone.
I'll get it. Never mind, I'll answer. Hello? Oh, yes. Melvin, it's Mr. Quigley.
Quigley? What am I going to say to the man? Here, Judy, you hold this ice bag.
Yes.
Randolph, you hold this hot water bottle. Hello.
Hello there, Foster.
Oh, Mr. Quigley, I want to explain about today. I feel just the way you do about it.
Well, you know, I didn't know you had it in you.
Huh?
I thought it was wonderful, too. Just wonderful.
You, huh?
It was a fine day. Thanks very much. Now, Foster, about that patent.
Yeah?
You can have it.
I can what?
It's yours. Well, see you in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't sound so good. You can't take it, can you?
No, I...
Well, try to get back in shape. I feel great. Bye.
Well, I never.
What happened, Melvin?
He gave me the patent.
What?
He enjoyed the day. He actually enjoyed the day.
Well, here's your hot water bottle, Father.
I don't need it. All of a sudden, I feel great. I wonder who that can be.
I'll get it. Hello? Just a minute. It's Mr. Quigley again.
I knew it couldn't be true. I knew it. Give me back my hot water bottle.
I wonder what he wants now.
Let me have that phone.
But he doesn't want to talk to you. He wants to talk to Judy.
To Judy?
I'll take it. Hello, Quiggly Wiggly.
Hello, Miss Foster. I just called back to ask you a favor.
Yes, Mr. Quigley?
Could you give me Mitzi Teller's phone number?
Father, he wants Mitzi's telephone number.
What?
He must be crazy about her.
Tell him I said he might as well buy himself a toupee while he's at it.
Mr. Quigley, Father says to tell you that
We'll return to Judy in just a moment. But first, we all know that eating before going to bed is fun. But even a little bite before retiring can take a big bite out of your night's sleep. For remember, the better the food or drink, the more you may need Tums. One of the most common causes of sleepless nights is an upset acid stomach. There's no sense in lying awake counting sheep when 1 or 2 Tums dissolved in your tongue might relieve the whole trouble and help you to sleep in peace. It's simply wonderful the way Tums bring fast relief from acid indigestion. So keep a roll of Tums tucked under your pillow. Do what thousands do. Night and day, at home or away, always keep Tums handy. 10 cents a roll, all drugstores. 3-roll package for $0.25. Tums for the tummy. T-U-M-S. And now, back to the Fosters.
Oh, gee, I hope that's a date.
There ought to be a way you could tell it's a date by the way the phone rings.
I hope it's somebody new. Somebody I could get a violent fever for.
You know, I could make a fortune with an invention like that.
Hello?
Hello, Judy.
Oh, hello, Jojo.
Listen, Judy, I'm pretty upset.
Why, Jojo?
Well, I didn't mind lending Mitzi to Mr. Quigley for one afternoon, but that's as far as I want to go.
Why? What's wrong?
There I was, trying to be a good guy, doing you a favor, and now what happened?
All right, what happened?
Now I can't get a date with Mitzi at all.
You can't?
No, she doesn't want to date anybody but older men.
Oh, gee, that's a shame, Jojo.
I'll say it's a shame, and it's all your fault. When I loaned Mitzi to Mr. Quigley, I lost her forever.
Oh, how gruesome.
Older men all the time. What do you know? Last night she went out with a guy 21 years old.
She did? Gee, what does she want to do that for?
Don't ask me. She doesn't like anybody anymore unless he's got one foot in the grave.
It's awfully morbid, isn't it?
Awful. Judy, how do you feel about younger men?
I feel fine about him. Why?
Gee, I wish I could get Mitzi to feel that way.
You do?
Yeah. Judy, I know just the way to do it.
How?
You have a little brother named Randolph, don't you?
Uh-huh.
I was wondering if I loaned Mitzi to Randolph for a couple of hours, do you think she'd get interested in younger men again?
A Date with Judy is written by Aline Leslie and stars Louise Erickson and Dix Davis. Original music was composed and played by Charles Cornell. The program was produced and directed by Helen Mack. This is Doug Gourley inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday at this same time to keep your date with Judy. And remember, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. T-U-M-S.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.